You're listening to Where You Live with Gene Sullivan.
Welcome back to Where You Live. I am Gene Sullivan, and I'm broadcasting from the True North Painting Studios. The show is brought to you by Extreme Exteriors and American Family Insurance, the Kim Bennett Agency. As an American family agent, Kim believes that there's so much more to insurance than the policy itself. It's about providing you with dependable protection and services. Kim believes that trust and credibility can't be demanded. It can only be earned by what you say and what you do. Give her a call at 651-482-1598 and tell her Gene sent you. It's time now to hear from the Minnesota Multi-Housing Association. The MHA Minute is brought to you by Start to Finish Maintenance Contractors. Start to Finish provides 24-hour service for all your home and business maintenance needs. Call Start to Finish today at 952-259-1219 for your home, for your business, for your peace of mind.
Some of the benefits of successful property management. Are you ready? On-time payment of rent, improved resident quality, stabilized income, reduced turnover, controlled expenses, improved financial performance, less property wear and tear, allowance for property improvements, enhanced property value, being proactive, not reactive, better relationships with neighbors, fewer police calls, creating a community, being a great neighbor. These are some of the benefits of good property management. And whether you run a townhome association or you are renting out your condo, duplex, or 100-plus unit building, membership with the Minnesota Multi-Housing Association gives you the tools you need to run your business effectively while minimizing the headaches. Don't be a good landlord, be a great one. Visit www.mmha.com. That's two M's, mmha.com.
We've been talking about the Star Tribune article from July 16th, talking about property taxes are going down with the help of state government, money that they've collected, now going back to the cities to help relieve people for property taxes. And what's being touted here is saying, isn't that wonderful? We're listening to you. We're giving you tax relief. And I'm asking the question, how is it considered tax relief when you are requiring of everybody in the state to give $2 billion? And you say, well, wait a minute, how am I being asked to give $2 billion more? Well, when there is taxes on additional items for retail, you're going to be paying more money. For example, how about every time you fill up at the gas pump? You know, if taxes go up on what is required for every gallon of gas that you purchase, you're paying more in taxes. Okay, you're paying more in taxes when you purchase other items, and so it's really not a savings of $49 million when they are requiring $2 billion of all of us. But like I said at the very beginning of the show, one of the reasons we seem to give pass to legislators on the state and federal levels because they're dealing with numbers that most of us can't understand. And there is what I call the bureaucratic paradigm. The larger something becomes, the more disconnected we are from it. And now when you're dealing with billions of dollars and you're throwing around millions here, millions there, it all sounds great. But at the end of the day, it's a shell game where more is being required of us. And I'm just saying, it just seems to me a double standard. I wish that we would hold our state legislators, those in Congress and in the Senate, to the same standard that we do an HOA board of directors. The reason we hold them to a greater standard is because we understand the budget better. And I was kind of concerned about this whole issue for a number of reasons, and I've talked to you about them already, okay? Number one, the cost is actually going up. Number two, it's an inefficient way of government. I said last segment that for every dollar the state collects, only 68 cents goes back to city government because there's an extra level there. We understand that in retail, don't we? I mean, a lot of people will say, oh, I save money in my carpeting. Why? Because I bought direct. We'll buy direct for appliances, for carpet, for a lot of things that we use in our home. Why? Because we're cutting out the middleman. Because we know and understand as soon as there is a middleman, there's more money that's going to be involved. So why do we want to ask the state to collect money only to turn around and give it back to cities for city government? Why not allow city government to deal with city government? That way, if the taxes need to go up in that city, the people in that city can make that determination, just the same as in an HOA. I live in an HOA with my wife, and about a half a mile away is another HOA. If we decide to raise the assessments, the monthly assessments in our association, it's because we want a level of services that we're going to enjoy, but it's not fair that we raise the assessments of another association to help out with us, and that's what we're doing here. And we somehow think that if the number is big enough, if the number is large enough, it's all going to work out in the end. And it really isn't. It's just a very inefficient way of doing business. Let the association that wants additional services, let them raise the assessment on their people. And if you want more parks, if you want more in terms of arts and theater in your city, then why don't you have that city raise the taxes on its own residents and not from everybody in the state? We have a great inequity when that takes place. And then on top of it, like I said, there's that middleman that called the state government that's taking theirs out as well. And then the other thing that's being lost in all of this that people have forgotten about is the very first part of this entire article. It says property taxes will go down $49 million for residents who qualify for state aid and credits this year. So in other words, it is like the story I said at the beginning of the show. You're told and enticed to come in and buy the product here at this grocery store because you're going to save $3 off, and then you find out you're not saving $3 now. What you're paying the full price, the full boat right now, but you're given a piece of paper. Why don't you fill this out? We're going to require you to jump through a bunch of hoops before you get back your own money. And that kind of just chaps my hide a little bit with the state government, doesn't it, with you? It's all our money to begin with. And now they are touting, saying, we're giving you a bunch of money back. No, you aren't. You're only giving it back to some, you said. And then only if they fill out the forms in form of a rebate. And only some people are going to qualify. So how does that really help the state? No, we're talking about a few people that are going to be helped, not everyone. How is that fair? How is that right? Why is it that we're not saying anything? The bottom line in all of this, as I have said from the very get-go, is that shouldn't we hold our state elected officials to the same standard we do to those neighbors of ours that are volunteering? They're not even getting paid to serve on the board of our HOA. And so the next time you take a look at an article that says you're saving money, grab your wallet and start doing the math the correct way. Well, that's all the time we have for today's show. Thanks for joining me. I hope you have a great rest of the weekend. Look forward to having you here next Saturday on Where You Live. To be loved by you. I mean, it's like California, don't you know? To be loved by you. How sweet it is to be loved by you.